Terran after taking such an economic advantage. Securing that 4th base just really crushes the hopes and dreams of a Zerg on that map too, if Terran have a good position.
I see actually these two guys bickering in the chat here. Solar's like, that's so OP, man. And Dream's like, yeah, man, I agree. It's really, really strong. Says it twice here. But Dream's going to take his win regardless.
He's going to take that with both hands, man. He's going to need it in this best of 5.
Yeah.
Next map, though, is going to be Catalina, which is going to help out tremendously for Dream.
Yeah, he's got to feel so good going into this map here. Like the dimension is Catalina here for set number 2. Dream is ahead so far 1-0. And so far that SK Telecom team looks like it's really helping him here. He's playing really well. Let's get into game number 2 between these two. And up here in the top of the map here in the red, the Zerg player, it is Solar. Got to piece it together here.
He's got to figure things out. Maybe he's regretting that best of 7 last night. Up against the player. In the bottom right, it is Dream. Fresh player to SKT.
Yeah. I like the fact that his name is all in caps. He's got a big dream.
He's got a big dream, man.
He wants to become the next Flash.
It begins here at the SSL.
You know, I was actually thinking about this. Dream is actually a young enough player to actually be one of those players who, you know, grew up watching Flash and, like, playing from a very young age. And maybe it's the reason why he's playing Terran. You know, a lot of these Terran players are like, oh, I get my inspiration from Flash. I used to watch him all the time. And maybe that is Dream's dream. Who knows?
I think it's every Terran's dream, to be honest. It's like, well, I want to be a god just like Flash.
Is that your dream, Unglade?
No, I want to be I want to be just like Sue and get second place in 4 GSLs.
Oh, that's sad, man.
I think that'd be a pretty good achievement for
actually, that is pretty cool. I mean, it's you know, it's a bad curse, I guess.
It's what a Zerg can dream of, man.
Yeah.
That's all we can dream of.
That's all you got?
That's all we got.
That's as far as you can go?
We are seeing a 15 pool go down for Solar. Not a surprise on this map. This map can be pretty difficult to deal with early Reapers because of the backdoor and the fact that it's a 3-player map. It's a lot easier for the Terran to find out where the Zerg is. And yeah, just the distance between each base for our Reaper is a lot sooner than most maps, including, for instance, King Sejong. And you're going to see that when we see Dream make a Reaper, it's going to go straight to Solar's base, and Solar's going to be very, very happy that he go for that 15 pool.
Yeah. And Dream, it does seem like he actually guessed right on where Solar is on the map. I saw the rally of the barracks is going to the north, so he will be able to get there as soon as possible.
Yep, that 50-50 chance.
Again, Dream just playing pretty safely here. It was just, like you mentioned before, a very strong macro game. He did a timing, but he's like, okay, that didn't work. Let's go into mid-game. Let's go into later game here. And he just made it work. He looked so strong. And I would not expect him to do anything too funny, unless maybe we go to Overgrowth, but we will have to see.
Yeah, there's always room for that. I mean, if he can get a 2-game lead, like, he could just 2-racks for the next 2 games and hope it works. And he's got a lot of room to do what he wants after that. As we saw yesterday, you know, a lot of leeway, a lot of players like kind of taking more chances once they get that 2-0 lead. And now that Queen is out in perfect timing to deal with this early Reaper.
Yeah. Perfectly okay to push that away. Reaper going to have to go out of the base, but he does scout that Solar is in fact in the north. And we actually have a second Reaper out here and a third one on the way. So they're going to put the pressure on here a bit.
He is. He's going to have a very, very strong Hellion Reaper force towards the early mid-game, and it's going to really help out in denying creep and stopping that third base from going down anytime soon, as well as picking off Queens. And, I mean, he can even just follow up with a nice Hellbat timing with 3 Reapers behind it, which does a lot of work.
Yep, second Reaper coming in here. That first one was weakening up that Queen, and like you were saying, that Queen getting a little bit weak here, down to half health. Trying to get as many shots as possible before getting away there. Look at that, down to 4 health.
The one good thing that Solar, he did get a very, very early gas for those after that pool. So like he's going to get very, very early speeding, maybe a little bit earlier than he would with a normal sort of like hatch first, gas before pool timing. So it could possibly catch out these Reapers of Dream if he's not being careful.
Yeah. Third Reaper joins in the party here, but those Lings still slow. Just a little bit of time before they do get that upgrade though. But Solar doing a good job waiting until the last second with that Queen. 8
seconds left before the Speedlings become what they were born to be. And man, there might actually not be enough Speedlings, which is the next question, like the next problem. 4, and he saves that back one. 2 HP.
Very nicely done. Dream here He knows the speed is out. He's just going to go home. Wait for some Hellions to pop out here. Just going to be safe. Doesn't want to overextend at all here.
Once again, we're seeing that Rax not add anything else. Finally adds a Tech Lab. It looks like it's going to be sort of a Hellion Banshee follow-up this time.
Yeah, and he's actually making that third CC pretty fast here. So he's looking to just put on the pressure while expanding here. Getting that third CC, going to get those SCVs out very fast, as well as the mules. Going to be pretty good.
Yeah.
Some of these Lings hiding over here. May want to catch them off guard, come from behind, maybe come in after they leave. He does have that Overlord in position if that's what he wants to do.
It always gives him gives a threat of counterattacks on the map once you have Speedlings out. Oh, but very, very smartly, Dream is going to catch them out, and he should be able to clean them up, or at least get rid of them.
Well, nice split here by Solar. He does keep some of them alive at least.
Does keep some of them alive. The creep spread still far away from that third base, so we can see some pressure applied there as well. And we'll actually have to force Solar to make another swell of Zerglings that he does not want to make and stop that drone production once again. Even killing a tumor.
Wow. Pretty nice here. He sends that Hellion up to check the third base, sees it's going down, but he wants to pressure here before Solar is quite ready. He does have Banshees on the way. I believe the first one is out, or maybe just in production right now, but that Cloak is almost finished here. And trying to fight against those Queens. He does get one down. He's trading pretty nicely here against the Zerglings, but there are a lot of Lings here, and he gets a decent surround against two of them.
Yeah, just a little too aggressive there. Forcing out some Banelings, though, which is nice, and a lot of Zerglings. Trading that one Queen, which is good as well, but still, that's going to give Solar a lot of space.
That it will, but we do have the follow-up of the Armory here, and still producing two Hellions at a time with Banshees for the follow-up here. Solar is still, going to have to defend a while here. This Baneling's pretty slow. Is able to catch out one is Dream.
And he can also start cloaking. The Queens are not at that third base, which is going to be a very, very big problem for Solar trying to defend against this. If we do see the Banshees starting to wail on the Queens. Looks like it was just out of position there, so it did not get to start abusing its cloak.
Oh, and here we go. The transition into Hellbats, but it's only 4. The Banelings are coming in here, trying to get a decent hit. Gets 2 of them. And he should be able to clean this up. Yeah,
just a little out of position once again is Dream. He's taking these. He's being just a little too aggressive here. Nice deny on the tumor. He might actually get a Queen, just a little bit off.
Pretty close, but at least he's picking off these drones. Actually able to get that one before it goes into an extractor here. And now Solar wants to put on the counter pressure. But already a wall here at the front. He's got Hellions behind it as well. It's totally safe.
He's had that third CC for a while, and he is transitioning into Bio. But still, only showing Hellions so far. So you know what? He could have actually really been playing a nice little mind game there, like just investing so much in Hellion Banshee. And if Solar can't tell that it's going to be Bio, it can be a very, very big problem for Zerg in the mid game because they can go the wrong tech, they can get the wrong upgrades.
Yep. And with what Dream has left here of this, semi-mech style here of those 6 Hellions and the 2 Banshees here, he is still looking to put on some harass. Actually trying to come in towards that third base, but it is very well defended.
That one Overlord at the bottom center of the Terran base also is probably what kind of kept Solar thinking that it is going to be Bio eventually, because we did see an extra Rax go down. But while that's all happening, these Banshees are actually finding a lot of kills. 5 drones.
Very impressive here. So far, making as good of a use with his Banshees and the Cloak as possible. Even getting them away alive, it's going to be a big pain in the butt here for Solar. Going to have to keep those in mind.
Big pain in the butt. And now we are seeing those Widow Mines being added. Yep. Finally making that Bio transition. Keeping those Banshees alive for quite a long time. And Dream also staying on par with upgrades for his Bio.
Yeah. Finishing up all around the same time here. Actually, not really stopping that Hellion production. He's still got 8 here.
Oh, he can turn them into Hellbats with some Medivacs. It's going to be very, very hard for all these Ling Bane to find a way to deal damage so long as they're not clumped up.
One Zergling goes out for the scout. So now Solar does have a pretty good idea of what's going on here. At the same time, dragging the Queens back here to defend at the Banshees, but not quite going for the attack at the time. Seems like he's going to come in here towards the natural. But again, lots of Zerg, and fighting on that creep is pretty scary.
Ooh, this counterattack. I like it a lot. We're actually seeing a stim back from Dream, and as well as a nice little SimCity to block off the Zerglings and defend for now. And Dream kind of losing his timing, but he forced out a lot of Banelings of Solar. And it's going to delay the meter count even more.
Yeah. Fourth base finally coming up here for Solar as well. And Dream is not stopping the harass here, or rather the pressure, I guess you can say. Just always walking towards the base of the Zerg, making him be on his toes here a bit. Not quite going on the creep, though, yet. He wants to get that army first.
Well, he's been doing, like, decent economic damage despite actually not killing anything. He's just applying this pressure that means the Zerg actually has to have enough to defend against this. And now, we are actually starting to see a little bit of trading going on here. 4 Widow Mines are going to help out a lot against this army.
No baneling speed here. It's pretty late, actually. I wonder if he forgot that.
Yeah, he would have definitely forgot that, considering how far ahead those Tier 2 upgrades are, the +2 million and Carapace. Definitely forgotten. We'll have to wait and see if it's going to play a big effect. He does have decent creep spread, at least to the front of his third base.
Yeah. Dream may want to take advantage of this, actually. Attack while there is no baneling speed can definitely affect things here. He's got a pretty nice spread here on the low ground. Widowmine hit not so great, but again, cleaning up the creep as well as he can, and that's a big reinforcement coming in. We got a pretty strong attack here at a Dream. Non-stop pressure.
Yeah, still 20 supply ahead is Dream at this point as well, which is a huge thing to mention. Some nice baneling trades, but still that is a lot of gas going down for Marines. It means there's going to be less banelings in the future, less Mutalisks, which are going to be very important considering he's fighting up a cliff.
Yep, and we do have that drilling claws up and running now. Perfect splits here by Dream, barely losing anything, but Solar, his baneling speed has finished, and he's coming in for the attack, but the splits are beautiful here. The Hellbat's tanking a lot as well. The +2/+2 of the Zerg is a bit late as well, but it is just too much Zerg here. But that Widowmine hit, though.
Oh, big Widowmine hits.
So good.
Oh, they're insane. Looks like Solar actually might clean it up there. There's more and more Widowmines being added to this composition. Oh, another big cleanup. And once again, we are going to see Solar kind of push back for now. Dream's got to be careful. I mean, his Widowmines are not ready to trigger once again.
Yep, he's just trying to protect those Widowmines up there at the top. But it does seem like Solar does have enough to clean up pretty much everything here. Now that Overseer can clean up actually all of those Widowmines.
Oh, last big hit on the Widowmines as well. I think it's going to absolutely slow down. Oh, a second one at that. It's going to really slow down Solar's follow-up. Generally, Zerg is going to try and find an opening after they clear up the army and that parade push. But still, just a little too much damage from those Widowmines. Not enough Mutalisks either.
Yeah. Getting a couple of Thors in the mix as well. Going to be very good to tank in the front as well as deal with those Mutas that are starting to come into fruition. Here we've got 11 of those already built by Solar.
Yeah, Solar has a little bit of breathing room at this point. They aren't even upgrades. 3-3 only just started for Dream. And looks like Solar's actually going to go into the main base, start applying some pressure to the production. Yep. One Thor going to help out.
Just going to start picking out those add-ons. It is on fire and has been destroyed. We got a drop coming in here, what looks like going towards the main base.
Yeah, also going to be making sure there's no 5th base being added just yet. So this is going to really put Solar out of position. Nice Widowmine as well at that 4th base. Going to start cleaning up some drones and down everything coming back to defend against this.
Yeah, really messes up the positioning here of the Zerg. We do see Dream pushing out slightly here, laying down those Widowmines, but Solar looks like he wanted to be aggressive for just a bit there, but realizing it wasn't the greatest engage. Now waiting for his whole entire army to come together, but still hesitating. Yeah,
this is such a hard map to engage on because of the cliffs, because of the amount of chokes there are as well. It's very, very tricky, which is why generally we see Terran want to play on this map.
Yeah. But still, Solar eager to engage here. A ton of banelings coming in here as well. Can the Widowmines be good?
Oh my God.
An unbelievable hit there on a ton of banelings, but still, Solar wants to go for the front right away.
This is still going to be a hard fight. That's a lot of Marauders and Thors in front.
And more banelings coming from the back here as well. He wants to use those banelings that went in the front there as well, but he is doing a lot of damage in the main at the same time at the front. And does Dream have enough here, actually? I'm not sure.
Oh, I'm not sure. I think he might actually have to vacate that 3rd base. Things are looking bad, though. He is getting rid of all the Mutalisks, and there are reinforcements coming down from the main base.
Really nice micro here with the Thors, actually keeping the Medivacs and the Thors alive for a very long time, but his whole 3rd base has been cleaned up. He's done so much damage. Look at this natural. There's barely anything even mining here for Dream.
Yeah, everything is in shambles. So much SCV's lost. These Thors, though, the Thor micro has been fantastic. Nearly every Mutalisk gone. Only Lings and Banes on the ground. And, I mean, I think we can see Dream kind of stabilize.
That he can if he gets some good Widowmine hits here as well, but that was not so good. He's still got a lot of banelings in the back here as well. He's just trying to micro here. He's got his Thors on the high ground, but there's still so many Lings.
Yeah, and that fourth base can actually go down again because there is not enough banelings to really threaten the bio. You might want to repair those Thors.
Yeah, and you know what? 3-3 has just finished here.
Everything changes once again. So long as he can split up his bio enough, granted, it's going to be very, very difficult because the army supply is in at least 18 supply in favor. Now 10 supply in favor of Solar. Still a much better army.
Yeah, looks like Solar may just want to end this as soon as possible. He's got a huge force here, morphing a bunch of banelings.
He essentially has to at this point because he is down at least one tech. 3-3, I mean, against 2-2. Definitely in favor of Dream by a long shot. And now these Thors have been repaired up to full.
Yep, here we go, coming from two sides. A lot of those banelings on the left exploding into the Thor, actually. Not the best hits here. A lot of the banelings going onto the SCVs as well. Not really onto the bio. The splits are not so good, though, but he's got some nice reinforcements here, and Solar is going to be pushed back once again.
Yeah, Solar losing momentum. That fourth base has been secured. Nearly every SCV went down in that fourth base, which is his problem. But every Thor remains, and Thors can just take so much damage and pretty much reset the meter count every engagement.
So true. I mean, Solar, he's just trying desperately to end this one, but he exploded so many of those banelings on, not the most ideal targets. He wants to hit that big ball of Marines, but Dream is just not letting him.
I think finally we did see Solar scout out that extra base to the bottom left, and he's like, oh, okay, that happened. This is why he's still in the game. This is why he could make enough reinforcements, and now and Solar's just in a horrible position from this point.
So, Dream has definitely stabilized here. He's actually looking pretty good in this game. He's got 4 bases as a Terran. I mean, Solar, he's going to try to extend it here. He's going to take that 5th base, but what can he do? He's still pretty far off of those 3-3.
Well, we don't even see him putting
upgrades
down an infestation pit, so he's pretty much entirely committed to killing him on two base. Tier 2, not 2 base.
That would be sick, man.
He's got 5 base now, man. But I don't know how he's going to do it. Dream just knows he has to be very cost-efficient in every single engagement, and he can. His splits have been amazing. He's got the Widow Mine count.
Yeah, he's really sicking into this game. He's playing so well. I'm very impressed by Dream so far in this game.
Here we go again. Only from one angle, though. I do not like this engagement at all.
A lot of those banelings not really exploding on the bio as well. He does have a lot, but it's just not enough. Dream has more. The Widow Mines in the back will protect.
Ooh.
They still have not gone off, rather, in the back there. But again, coming from 2 sides. The mutas from the leftist side kind of be good, but a huge Widow Mine shots there as well. And picking up the Thors here. That Thor micro, man, is just so good.
Oh, this is insane micro. He's keeping every single Thor alive. One might finally go down. No, it's going to remain.
He keeps everything alive.
1 HP.
Unbelievable.
1 HP is the lowest Thor, but they're all below they're all below 50.
He's just going to go back and repair them.
Yeah.
Here we go, look.
Wow, Dream has become a monster at this matchup.
You know what we were saying right before this started, man. He watched 7 games of Solar playing ZVT, and even with that, I still feel like Dream is just playing very solid, TVZ. It's not really like he's got some number on Solar even. It's just he's playing such a strong game.
He understands the matchup. He understands what he has to do at different parts of the game, and he understands positioning more than anything else in this matchup. Is so important. Oh my god. That Widow Mine shot was ridiculous.
And it looks like Solar just does not have enough here. The splits are insane as well, and there's just too much Terran here. He's trying to desperately hold on here. The banelings rolling through. Can they get 1 Marine? Not even.
Not going to happen, man. And
GG called once again. Dream is dominating here, 2-0.
He's on a rampage.
I love this guy, man. He is just impressing me so much today.
Man, if only we had more Zergs in this tournament, he might actually have a shot at making it all the way to the end and just winning this whole thing, because that was just the sickest TVZ we've seen in a while.
Oh, yeah. I'm just really excited to see this guy play more and more. I mean, going into this matchup, I was talking to you, who do you think is going to take it? I was thinking